Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, June 9th. When we are in the midst of our RCIA programs, there are many things that we address with those who are contemplating entry into the church. And there are many myths that we address especially. One of those that many other religions look upon us and judge us for is our worshiping of idols. They say, "Why do you have all those statues there? Why do you worship them?" Well, we don't. We have statues, and in many ways, I always say, they're kind of like the Catholic equivalent of baseball cards. When we were young, oftentimes we collected baseball cards, and we shared and traded baseball cards. And one of the things that we did when we got those cards was to think about the person on that card, to think about that person's talent, that person's record. And we would often say to ourselves, "I wish I could be just like him." The cards were very important. We never worshiped the cards. We never adored the cards. We allowed the cards to remind us of real-life people. Do I think that this is St. John Vianney? No, not at all. Do I think that this is Mary holding her child Jesus? No, not at all. These are statues. These are, if you will, the equivalent of baseball cards. When I look at the statue of St. John Vianney, I remember the Curé of Ars and the great humility that he had, and the spirituality that drew thousands to him on a regular basis. He would hear confessions often 13 to 14 hours a day, and people constantly sought his direction. When I look at statues of Mary, I don't worship the statue, but I remember Mary's humble yes to God. The angel invited her to be the mother of God's Son. She didn't understand what that invitation meant. She didn't understand what it was going to get her into. All she knew was that she was a humble handmaid of the Lord, and because of that, she was willing to say yes to God. And that's what I think of when I look at statues of Mary. That's what we think of when we look at any of our Catholic statues or other religious art. You see pictures of Jesus and Mary on the wall behind me. It's art to remind us of the person who we wish to emulate. Emulate Jesus today. Be a vessel of His love. Think about the great saints that you really are drawn to, and ask God to give you the different graces that they exemplified in their lives. We are called to be something more than we are, and with the grace of God, we can be. God bless you this day and every day of your lives.